According to the National Criminal Justice Reference System, 25% of kidnapped children are murdered after their first hour of being kidnapped, and 99% of them are murdered after the first 24 hours of being kidnapped. My name is Cassie Lawrence, and my bubbly and outgoing personality has made me more likely to be the victim of a kidnapping. When I was a kid, my family used to go to my grandparents' house for dinner regularly, and I would take their super energetic Yorkie, Roscoe, out on walks around the neighborhood. It was a retirement community, so everybody knew everybody, and the neighbors always knew my grandparents from community events that were held every week. But one night in 2008, I was taking Roscoe on a walk, and an older man waved and said hello to me from his front yard where he was doing some yard work. I said hi back, assuming he knew my grandparents, and he said he did. So I sat on his front lawn and talked to him for a while. He finished up his yard work, and at one point in our conversation, I had mentioned that I had a betta fish at home that I really loved. And he said that he had a koi pond in his backyard, and he was headed back there to finish up his yard work, and I was welcome to come along if I wanted to. So, of course, I happily went back there with him, where we were out of sight and very, very alone. While he had no ill intentions for me, and there truly was a koi pond back there, it scares me to this day to think of how easily a stranger could have lured me away. But I had been gone for so long that my parents and my grandparents were out searching the neighborhood looking for me, and since I was in his backyard, they couldn't find me. Little 8-year-old me was completely clueless, but luckily I noticed that the sun was starting to get pretty low, so I walked back to my grandparents' house, and when I walked in, I was surrounded instantly and given the biggest lecture of my life. And for the first time, I realized how real stranger danger is and what the consequences of my actions could have been. Despite scaring my family, I made a new friend and luckily learned my lesson, but I learned to be more discerning about who I talk to and where I spend my time. But thank you so much for your time, and please remember to stay aware of your surroundings. It's so nice to meet all of you.